Hello my paper crafting family, welcome to this snowflower edition of Paper and Joy. Today we are making this card. So I found this piece of floral paper in my stash and thought it was sort of a nice winter paper that we could use for this card, because I thought, oh, it almost looks like, flowers covered in snow with the white sort of edges. So this is the card we're making. It's got these beautiful pink pearl features on it, so hope you like all of that. Let's go and see what's in your pack and get making. Okay, let's see what we get in your packs. So we get the card base, and this time we've got a white envelope. Got two pieces of paper, so we've got the pink vellum and also this the florals paper for the front decorations. We've got a set of, there we go, 8 little pink pearls as well. They're sticky pearls, and the sentiment sheet for you to choose which one you would like to use for this card. You will also need a pair of scissors, pencil, ruler, glue stick, scrap piece of paper for gluing on, and also a little bin, so your yogurt container bin. All right, let's get started. So we're going to start by sticking on the feature pieces of paper. We're going to start with the pink vellum, so you'll need your card base, your pink vellum, ruler, and also your pencil. So we're just going to mark, because this is going at an angle. You can just, eyeball it if you want, or you can put some little lining up marks if you like. So I'm going to do 9 centimeters from the fold side, so just a tiny little mark for the top, and 6 centimeters at the bottom, and that's just going to give me a nice sort of angle that I like for the vellum. Okay, so we're going to pop some glue on that, stick it down. Now it does have the overhang, as we often do, so that we can neatly cut it out afterwards. So we're just going to stick that on. We might actually, no, we'll do the paper, because then we don't know where it's going to go. All right, so grab your glue stick and go for it. Probably don't need to do the bottom and top edges because it won't be that big, but a good slather in that center, and then line it up with your top mark and your bottom mark. There we go, and press down, particularly at the edges. Probably a good idea just to re-glue these top, and you might have to do this again when it's dry a little bit, but just the top and bottom corners, because that's sort of where it's going to come off the easiest, just to make sure that they're nice and stuck, particularly when you're cutting as well. It's going to pull on that a little bit, and we'll do that bottom corner as well. There we go, and what we might do is just turn that over and pop the glue on just as a weight. If you've got something else, that's fine as well. There we go. And while we're waiting for that piece to dry, we might cut out our sentiments. Okay, so grab your sentiment card and choose which one you would like, and you can start cutting. So I think for this one I might do best wishes, I think. All right, what are you going to choose? All right, we'll see you when it's cut out. So just a little tip while I'm cutting. So we're cutting inside the black lines, so we don't want to see them. And I'm just cutting past the edges so that it's easy to put my scissors in and I'm not sort of damaging the paper while I'm trying to get my scissors in. So again, past the edge, and that gives you a bit of room for the scissors to get in there nicely without ruining the paper. So just finish off this cut. There we go. So that's the one that I'm going to use. Oops. Just sort of little. There we go. Okay, so when your base card and the vellum are dry, we can cut off the edges. So we're going to open it up and cut along that line from inside the card. So you've got the line to cut along, nice and neatly. Close the card for the back edge, or the side edge, sorry. And then the top edge. So open your card back up. There we go. You can pop those pieces in your rubbish and just have a look, make sure everything's stuck nicely. If there's anything that's sort of not stuck properly, no, that's all good. So there we go. So the next piece we're going to put on these beautiful snow flowers. So we're going to grab our glue and gluing sheet again. Okay, with this piece, this is a smaller piece than the vellum, and it sort of just fits on at the angle to cover. So just watch your corner pieces, and then yeah, because it'll just sit nicely there at a slight angle. So not the same level of angle of this one, just a less gradient of the whatever it's called, less angle. Yeah, so it's just a little bit different to give it a bit more of a nice feature. So we're going to glue that again, like the first piece. And then we'll trim the edges as we did with the other one when it's dry. So from the inside out, as we always do, so we get this glue on the edges. Couple of times, make sure your glue coverage is good. Okay, here we go. So definitely making sure that you cover the corners of the card. These corners, the fold edge corners. And again, if you've got some sort of weight, you can turn the card over and pop with like a magazine or a book or your glue stick if you like. And wait for that to dry, so then we can cut the edges. Okay, so when your card is dry, this piece is dry, we can cut that out again, cut off the edges again. So turn it over. So I've just got a little bit there. Using the card edge as a guide again. in, and this is a little tiny one at the bottom there. You might need to open the card to get a better edge. Okay, so there we go. Again, just check, make sure everything's stuck down nicely. If you need to pop a bit of glue on, so if something's lifted, but no, that one looks okay. All right, so now we can put our sentiment on, and with the little pearls. So again, we're going to glue this. This has a little bit of overhang on the right hand side, so you can line it up on the left fold edge, and then we'll just trim off the right hand side when it's dry. Now you can choose to have it, you know, sort of at the top, the middle, bit the bottom, sort of a little bit off the middle, which might look nice as well. I'm going to just pop it in the middle for today. So grab your gluing sheet and your glue. And pop a nice bit of glue on. So if you line that edge up straight, it will come across nice and straight. There we go. Looking good. And then we can pop our little pearls on. So these have like a line of glue that they're all sitting on, a line of sort of sticky stuff. If you like, if you're not sort of confident sort of spacing your pearls out yourself when you pop them on the edges there, you can just leave the middle piece of glue on if you like. Otherwise you can just cut each pearl out individually if you're happy to try your own spacing. So I'm gonna cut the pearls out individually. So just take 2 of them off. I could probably cut. There we go. This is easier. So cut 2 off for one side, cut 2 off for the other side, and then we will take the back sticky piece off and cut them out. Okay, so we've got one. You may like a pair of tweezers, that might help. Just sort of help position them on. So we're just going at the edge of the sentiment piece. And you can put them wherever you like. You might just want to put one there, that's up to you. So before you like do a big press, I just like to sort of get mine in position so that if you need to move it, it's a lot easier. So just cut your little glue tabs off, if that's how you're doing it. Pop it on, and then just use your scissors to sort of just glue it, edge it into place till you're happy with it, and then you can give it a nice big push to stick it. All right. That looks pretty good. Give it a push. Now you might just cut this edge off now so that we don't sort of confuse our eye with where we're lining it up. And then we can pop our other pearls on. So take your sticky back off, and then cut your glue tabs off. Place your pearl on. Yep. Stuck on my finger. There we go. Just cut this off and then I'll put them in the right position. A little bit fiddly these. They're a little bit small, but they look very nice. Okay. So sort of try to line them up with the other two. A little bit lower for this one. A little bit lower for the top one. Okay, there we go. Happy with that. So push. Okay, and then we've got 4 pearls left, which you can put on the inside. Now, I sort of thought maybe the corners, and I'm going to be a little bit adventurous and do one sort of going across and one going down. So a row, the two together. So 2 going across and 2 going down for me. You can put them, all 4 of them, sort of in a line down the side here, or a little line of 4 at the middle. You can put sort of 2 and 2. You can do 1, 2, 3, 4 in each corner. So I would love to see what you guys end up doing. How you put your pearls. Or you don't have to use them at all. Okay, this is the first one. So I'm going across on the bottom here. Just started in the center. Sort of equal space between the side and the bottom edge. Give it a push. And pop our second one on. There we go. Happy with that. And then the top one I'm going to start in the same position in that sort of even center position, and then I'm going to go across. Sorry, I'm going to go down for that one. Okay, there you go, nice and centered. And then our last one. Little glue tabs stuck on my scissors. There we go, and my fingers. Hopefully they're not too fiddly for you. As I said, maybe if you get stuck, some tweezers, like some pointy nose tweezers, might help. Just to hold the pearls and put them where you want. Okay, happy with that, and stick. So, there we go, a nice inside pearl feature on this card. And our little snow flowers for a nice winter greeting card. Hope you like that, and we'll see you next time.